And we're continuing our fantastic chat with our boy Cubs, Van Han. It's been a fantastic little chat so far. We've been wondering where the heck is Conquest and what's going on there. And of course, we did talk some speculation with Book of Boba. Who didn't want to talk about that? We could not help ourselves. It had to be done. So I'm absolutely thrilled. Guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Smash that. Give us some likes. It helps us grow this sensational channel. Thank you so much for all your help. Cubs, we need to talk, man. Omicrons are a big, big deal in this game right now. They're pretty huge.
Yeah.
They're very valuable. They're hard to get unless you get the packs. Let's be honest. They're certainly hard to attain. They're certainly out there.
Yeah.
But are we, and a lot of people are going to shoot me for this. I know that. Like, I know that I'm going to be shot down really hard for this. But is there a chance? We know that what the Omicrons are doing when it comes to characters that we're not using in our roster, it's really giving them a boost, giving us a reason to farm them. Or if we farm them already, it's made them better and usable. That's great. There's a lot of problems with ships right now. Will there be Omicrons with ships or not? What do you think? I actually don't think so, but hey, the possibility is there, right?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, we like Grogu so much that we're just leaving him up there. So even though he has nothing to do with the topic, just everyone enjoy some Baby Yoda today instead of B-roll footage. Ship Omicrons would be terrible. I can't think of anything that would be worse for this game right now. Actually, I probably could, but I don't think that would go over well at all with the community. I mean, if we're gonna do any changes to ships, what we need with ships are new ships and finishing out fleets. Like, I mean, we have beat this horse, we have beat this drum so much. I feel like the solutions for ships are so obvious. It's just obvious also that CG's just not willing to fix it. They're not willing to round out the fleets. They just don't do it. It's just marquee characters, Conquest, and Starkiller and stuff like that. Like that's all that they care about. And I get that because that's probably what affects their bottom line. I've long had a theory that there's a guy at CG, and if you're this guy, one day after the game dies for real, however long that takes, please reach out to me and confess to me that you were that guy once your non-disclosure agreement expires. But I swear that there's got to be a guy there who's like that. You know that meme of the guy in the office who like raises his hand and they throw him out the window? You know that meme?
Yes.
He's that kind of guy who is constantly pitching ships. Like, what if we brought in a resistance bomber and started rounding out the fleet, and maybe they think it's a good idea, but then there's the other guy who's like, but money and okay, characters. And so there's no way that they make as much money on a new marquee ship as they do on a character. And so I have a feeling that they just have a hard time pulling the trigger on new ships because it just doesn't make them as much money. And I mean, CG would probably publicly deny that, but I can't think of a logical reason why they wouldn't just bring in more ships and fix the game mode. So anyway, hashtag rant.
It's a good rant. And I'm thinking the same sort of thing. Look, we've been asking for a hell of a long time now for a resistance bomber and a first order bomber. It needs to happen, right? This has been years now that we've been putting up with this crap. It needs to drop. We just need them. We've been asking for a long time. I think probably our very first video we did together, Cubs, I know it was one of the early ones, we talked about this. I
was talking about this before ships was even a game mode.
Yeah. Like, and this is the thing. This just needs to be fixed. I mean, look, if you don't want to invest in ships, that's fine, right? But give us some viable fleets that instead of just using an executor and negotiator everywhere, which honestly, and malevolence, like 3 ships out of all of them, fleets, give us something else to play with. I mean, give us a way that. I mean, endurance we know is trash unless you're an early game player where, it's quite easy to achieve, but make him useful, bring some sort of ability in that at least brings him up to level with the others. So at least you can use him because everyone's bloody got him and it sits there and it's just no good. It's just not helpful in any way, shape or form. So
I can't get over how many fleets are unfinished. That's the thing that just boggles my mind. That we've brought in a finalizer and a Radis, just as 2 examples, and there's more. And they're ships that are required for Galactic Legends, and they don't have complete fleets. Like, how is that even possible? I don't understand.
Bizarre.
It's
bizarre.
Like that is such horrible game design. I can't get over that, and it blows my mind even more that the ships have been in the game as long as they have and still have not been finished off. It's just it's asinine, but whatever.
And what's really, and I mean the most frustrating thing is, especially now that we have Executor in the game, like that's just such a game changer. We need some way to be able to shore up some sort of a better cleanup team that's a lot more reliable, because let me tell you, what we got there right now, it's just really sketchy.
I've got a 7-star Executor and I hate it.
Yeah, look, I've got it and I set it on defense. I don't even use it, I mean, Arena, I do one battle, like, because I need to, maybe two.
Do you actually finish the battle?
Yeah, I do.
I'm impressed.
I mean, I tend not to float out of the sort of top 20. No, I don't float out of the top 20, so it's only a couple of battles, and you get rewards still. So
I'm content with top 20 too. That's the kind of where I float. 20, 30, I think, somewhere around there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's certainly, really frustrating on that part. But yeah, when it comes to things like Territory War and GAC, we need to know that, okay, look, if we don't use Malevolence as a counter, which everyone is, let's be honest, everyone's using Malevolence. If that does not work, and we know it can be sketchy, it's an RNG show. It really is. We need something reliable to at least be able to knock it off and clean it up reliably instead of maybe going through 3 or 4 ships, because it's just
and
not
you can't go through 3 or 4 ships. You use 2 fleets and you've got nothing left.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. So yeah, we need to start rounding these guys out now more than ever. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stick to it. But please do it, because we really, really need it. Guys, let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Omicrons, yes, no, maybe. I don't want them. I just want more ships, just like Cubs. I think we just need to go down that path. We really do. We got to start filling this out. But let us know what you guys think. And maybe if there's any better way of improving the ships, please put that in the comments below as well. We'd love to hear from it. It'd be great. Let's move on to the next one, Cubs. Mate, okay. This one here, I know, is not going to get anywhere. Okay, I get that, but I need to talk about it again. Okay?
All right,
listen.
I as a therapist in my day-to-day life, I understand there's a value in getting what's in your mind, the dirty laundry, to just get it out. So listen, I'm gonna put my therapist hat on and tell me how this is making you feel, Heinz.
Okay. Look, more than ever now, with Territory War the way it is, the pressure of the bigger boards, and all the different zones, and the pressure to complete it and win for higher rewards, we need something to bring our guilds back together, okay? We need something that's fun and something challenging and something that we can strategize together to complete as a group, because war, for most people, is not doing that. And guilds, honestly, are a huge, huge part of this game. There's certainly a lot of falling off as well with people and players. We're seeing it in all the big communities, and it's certainly a bit of an issue. And we need something that we can sink our teeth into, not a distraction, but just something that we can work together with as a team, and in a non-Territory War fashion.
Yeah.
To actually give us something to really focus on, plan, and execute, and really do together, united. We need something like that. We need a new raid. I understand they get beaten very quickly. I get that. I totally understand, right? However, I think that with raids, it's something that we really, really do enjoy. We really love decoding the Sith raid back in the day. I mean, these days you do it with one team, so you may as well sim it. Let's be honest. Challenge Rancor, a lot of people starting to get on top of it. Some are not even completing it yet.
Right.
Maybe another tier of the Challenge Rancor, at least. Maybe something that's a bit more full on to stretch it again, or maybe the different parameters, something along those lines would be great. But man, how do we have, I'm going to drop this. How do we have a fucking Star Wars, game, bro, without a Death Star raid in it? I'm sorry. I know I'm ranting, and I know that you've heard it from me before, and it really just grinds my gears. It really grinds my gears that we cannot have a Death Star raid in this game. It's pretty bloody important, the Death Star, isn't it?
So, Heinzie, let's talk a little bit about this anger and how it's affecting you right now. So, anger is what we call a secondary emotion, which means it's actually brought on by an underlying emotion. Can you think a little bit about what might be underlying under that anger? Something like,
mate,
being Australian, being...
Look, am I wrong? Am I just flogging a dead horse here, Cubs? Do you agree with me?
It
or
is
am I just, ranting?
both. You're not wrong, and it's a dead horse. Like it just feels like it kind of similar to the ships discussion. They've and even more so, less with ships, because with ships, they've at least acknowledged that they want to work on it. With raids, pretty much anytime raids have come up over the last year, they've kind of just shot it dead and said we're not. That's not a priority. So I don't know if, like, I have doubts on if we'll ever see another raid in the game, and I think that's a travesty, honestly, because I think raids are so good for community engagement. I mean, the peak engagement in this game, at least I don't know what it is for CG and the numbers they see, but from what I see on YouTube and just anecdotally, was by far, without question, when they dropped the Sith raid. That was the peak.
Yeah, it was. That was definitely that highlight and that point. Man, I remember some of my guildmates catching up in real life, celebrating, going down to the bar, down to the pub to celebrate completing the Sith raid for the first time. Now that's unheard of, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of pull, and
I love that.
I think that's really lost. This again, I know I sound frustrated, and I know that really it's a bit of a moot point because they've already said that they don't want to do raids and they have zero interest in it. But as a community and a player base, we should be going, no, hang on a minute, guys. We're getting all the marquees and we're accepting that. We're copying Grind Quest, right? Yeah. And we're accepting that. And that's really rough. We're dealing with it. Are we happy with it? No, but we're dealing with it. How about you actually do something that we actually want for a change? That would be really, really cool. And I think that would just be a bit of a nod to the player base of something that we actually want, because it all just
Completely
seems
agreed.
to be a lot of one-way traffic. And I understand that it's a business. I understand that you guys certainly need to make money, CG, and I love you, and I'm not having a crack at you. I'm not getting. Look, I'm not insulting you.
I
love
crack
you guys.
people that I love.
I love you guys. I have total respect for what you guys do. You make an incredible game, and without you guys, we would not have this great game that we can talk about. Let's be clear. But it's time to do something for the players. It really is. And honestly, I understand that resources are involved in doing that. But it's a $1 billion game. You're getting a fair bit out of us anyway. I think maybe it's time just to do something just that we would like. That's all I'm saying, and I'll leave it at that. Comments below. Let me know what you think.
$1 billion
Rant
game.
over.
Can't release more than 3 raids.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It really is. Anyway, let us know in the comments below, guys. And we do have, of course, a viewer's choice question.
Let's go.
We have it every week, Cubs.
I'm ready.
Up and running. Okay, so for those that don't know, of course, we do have a viewer's choice question every single week. Long story short is that if you go to the Discord server, the link is below to all of our social content. So go to that link down there and you can go everywhere, but jump in the Discord server. And down in the channels on the left-hand side, there's a channel called Rogue Actions Questions. Get in there, pop your question in there. I check it all week long. There's some good questions we ask Cubs directly. He is blind. He does not know what the question is. That's what makes it even more fun. Now, let's get down to it, Cubs. And anyway, it's about Conquest, right?
Yay. Let's go.
This is a question from, and I love the name, Idiot Lorian. Very, very good name.
Right.
Very impressed. It's a good name. But the question is this. Will CG release a new harder Conquest mode that will allow you to unlock a character in less than 3 events?
I don't think so. I mean, right now, the formula they've brought forth is that they like to have it be a slow grind. It's kind of like the new raid character. They don't want it to be unlocked super fast. And even now with the last edition of Conquest, they added the pass and the ability to, kind of slack and still unlock a character. Like I didn't red crate. See, I red crated twice. In the last Conquest, I didn't need to red crate to unlock Dad Bod Boba, and so I just didn't bother. I was like, I'm not gonna red crate. All I care about is unlocking Boba because I bought the pass, right? So I got those extra shards. But even then, if you red crate every time and buy the passes and everything, you won't unlock it in 2 Conquests. It seems like they like that cadence. So I'm gonna predict no, but I mean, Well, what's that phrase that you like to say? How does it go?
Subject to change,
Oh,
baby.
yeah, there it is. There it is.
And there was much rejoicing.
Subject to change. I don't see it in the near future. I think there's certainly room to do it. And this is the thing. We need to seriously expect 2, maybe 4 Galactic Legends this year, right? Let's be honest. So if we get that, we could have up to 10 Galactic Legends that will certainly make Conquest a lot easier to complete, especially for the top-end players. They will be able to complete a lot quicker than they are now because they'll have more teams that they can use at their disposal to take, these nodes down a heck of a lot quicker without waiting so long. So I really, the stamina is the killer. We know how that works. So I think that in time, there really probably may be a harder mode, but I can't see it this year, maybe next year, but we'll have to wait and see. Be really, really interesting. So I hope that answers your question. Really, really good answer, Carbs. Thank you so much, brother. Before we finish this up, dude, I just want to let the people know watching this video, we're actually going to try a new game tomorrow. We're going to give it a crack. Summoner's Glory have hit us up. They love what we're doing, and we're going to play their game live with the developers on the stream, and they got some pretty cool giveaways and all sorts of stuff. The game link will be in the description below.
Support this man. Get him his money.
And use the code Muppet for free stuff. You heard it first. Go and check out the code Muppet.
That's awesome.
And you get some free goodies. So the link will be below to the game. Download it. We'll be playing it live 24 hours or so from this video going live. So guys, come and hang out with us in Twitch. Galactic Legend Heinzie, you know where to find us. Thanks so much, Cubs. Absolute superstar, mate. Thank you for being a legend. Really, really appreciate it. I'm sorry we're a day late, guys. That's on me. Daughter was not well. All sorted now. Everything's all good. So thanks for your patience. We'll try and get back on track again next week. Have a good one, Cubs.
See you guys later.
Bye. Mwah.
I was waiting for the kiss before I stopped the recording. Give him one
awesome.
more kiss. Well, no.